Так, ну что, попробуем со стремчанским, потому что у меня первый раз подумал все. Посмотрим, может быть, сегодня просто дневной такой стремчанский будет, может, часовой, может, полуторачасовой, как получится. Не забываем, да, что во время стрима могут быть паузы, там, минимум 10 минут, максимум 30 минут. Вот. Ну, может быть, максимум 40, не знаю, короче, это хрена. Больше пауз. Че, поехали! Блин, я тут застряла. Ладно, сейчас посмотрим, может, моя голова уже получше работает.
It's a colorful candy wrapper. It's a small amount of a glowing green substance. It's the crystal I took from the Marian's home.
Мне интересно, что сделать надо.
There's fresh oxygen coming through here. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Да, странно, непонятно вообще.
It's a drawing of a man mixing some green, mossy stuff with his own blood, applying the mixture to a black pearl, and then eating the pearl. Afterwards, he's able to speak with...
Все супер, круто, я поняла.
If this gets infected and I have to chew off my finger to fight the gangrene, I'm suing... Ouch. The things I do... I've always had trouble swallowing pills, especially huge, golden, magical ones. Well, here goes nothing. Oof. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we understand.
Гениально.
Weird. I have this nagging feeling in the back of my mind that I shouldn't be able to understand what you're saying, but I do.
You have passed the 2 tests of the Gatherer, Landwalker. Breathing water and speaking the tongue of the Merim. You can serve us now.
Ни хрена.
Serve you?
You have been brought here to serve us as the Gatherer of Tanyan.
What's Tanyan?
Tanyan is life. Tanyan brings light to darkness and sustenance to our caves. Tanyan keeps the snapjaw from our children and heats us when it is cold. Tanyan is life.
Гениально.
Where does Tanyan come from?
Our gatherers collect it from the caves and shores of the islands, but there is less Tanyan to be found each season, and we need help.
How does Tanyan do all those things you said?
Tanyan provides warmth and light. It draws the harvest close.
Harvest?
The creatures of the sea that we eat, the golden tail, and the weed-eye, and the sand-eater.
Fish. You're talking about fish.
The harvest, yes, that is what we said. The harvest is drawn to the light and to the heat. But the Snapjaw are clever. They stay away. They know the light allows us better aim with our spears.
Why can't you gather Tanyan yourself?
We do, but we cannot move far from our cities, or the Snapjaw will hunt us and eat us. If we travel in force, we leave our men and children without guard. And we cannot travel too close to the islands, or the winged demons may catch eye of us. They leave our gatherers alone, though, so you have nothing to fear.
Who are the winged demons?
Ugly, leathery creatures who defy nature to fly up there in the sky. They are evil and live to destroy our people.
Don't the Snapjaw kill the gatherers?
Rarely. Your meat is bitter and tough, not soft and tender like ours.
I won't ask how you know that. I think I've learned enough about Tanyan.
You have learned nothing, but your training will teach you what you need to know.
Are your people called the Miram?
We are the Miram. Most landwalkers call us mermen or merpeople, but the Miram is our name in truth.
Who are you, man?
We are the queen of the third city of the Miram, enlightened keeper of the Tanyan, protector of the light.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I really had no idea you were a queen.
We are just a queen. Our function is to serve the people, to light our cities, provide food for our men and children, and to protect them from the Snapjaw that hunt us in the dark.
Do you know where my ship went down?
The vessel you foolishly travel in above the water, it rests not far from the city, just past and beyond the Landwalker's bubble where you were first brought. I think it is dead.
Where did you say I could find...
Just past.
Do you know the island of Elias?
Yes, we know the island of Alais.
О, красота.
Our gatherers find Tanyan there, and the Miram once had a city in the shallow waters below it.
Can you bring me there? How long will my training take?
6 cold oceans.
Ё-моё.
6 years? Sure, that makes sense. Everything in this world takes ages. I've been told that you worship an old god who lives in the deep.
How did you come by this forbidden knowledge?
I picked it up on my way here.
Гениально.
Could you take me to him?
You? No, we cannot. Unless you are Miram, you are not even allowed to speak of our sleeping god.
I'd like to...
Certainly.
Thanks. Thanks for your time.
We will call on you soon to begin your service. Until then, you should stay inside the Landwalker's bubble and away from the dark waters where the Snapjaw lurk.
Гениально. Но он же типа нас не трогает.
Do you need this?
No, it is of no value to us.
Where did you find it? It looks very old.
I believe one of the children found it just outside the city, not far from the Landwalker's bubble, among the seaweed by the rocks.
Гениально. Ух ты ж, блин, ты ж. Упс. Упс. Это и есть какаха сраная.
The Snapjaw's keeping to the shadows, waiting for me to get close enough to attack.
Гениально, еще от него избавиться надо. Красота.
The Snapjaw's keeping to the shadows, waiting for me to get close enough to attack. I'll save it for when I really need it.
Поплыли отсюда пока.
It's a big seashell. Here's another one of those crystals buried in the sand among the seaweed.
О, гениально, второй кристалл нашли, прикольно. Окей.
There's an entrance to a cave back here. Judging by the amount of seaweed, it's a long...
Прикольно. О, кристалл. Ух ты, ё-моё, опять головоломка сраная. Можно не надо? Просто не надо. Можно?
This inscription looks like a huge pyramidic structure with an eye. It's a long spear with hooks. Probably a harpoon then. It's stuck. I don't think it's supposed to move.
Ага, даже так, значит, мне надо найти эти иероглифы-то, я так сама это не найду.
It's stuck. I don't think it's supposed to move.
это? Надо что-то, чтобы означало что-то. Как понять, что оно означает-то? А, там в пещере что-то, по-моему, было.
It's a drawing of a man mixing some green, mossy stuff with his own blood. It's a drawing of a man sticking a polyp down his throat so that he'll be able to breathe water. It's a drawing of a man mixing some green. It's a drawing of a man mixing. It's a drawing of a.
Нет, нет рисунка. Так, понятно.
They must have built that. It's the precious.
Leave the spear be. It belongs to the water stiller.
Sorry.
А как я убью этого чувака? Точнее, эту морду.
Talk for a minute.
Yes, gather.
Who or what is the water stiller?
The water stiller is in our prophecies. She is the land walker who will make us a people united and end all strife.
So you're at war with other Merim?
No. And so the time for the water stiller is still to come. We are at peace with other Miram.
What else?
She will come among us by providence, and she will take something from us that we have kept hidden for many generations.
What is it the water
We do not know, but she will open up the ancient shrine and bring light to the darkness. She will destroy a snapjaw with her spear,
О, это
give
про
witness
нас.
of her mission, and then she will reunite us.
She
sounds like a
swell person.
She is the water stiller. She is prophecy.
Where did you say?
Just
Thanks for your time.
my time is yours, Gab.
It's a harpoon.
Leave the spear be.
Sorry. I'll save it for when I
Птичку ты не позовешь.
It's the precious substance called.
Так что так плывет, капец.
The snapjaw's keeping to the shadows, waiting for me to get close enough to attack. I'll save it for when I really need it.
Надо как-то его спровадить, а как? Чем, блин?
It's a big seashell. It's a big seashell. It's a big seashell.
Интересно, тут есть какая-то логика, которую я уже знаю?
It's stuck. I don't think it's supposed to move.
Ну, гениально. Как это понять, где что к чему относится?
Harpoon. One-eyed pyramid. This inscription looks like a fish. This ring is inscribed with the image of fire. It's inscribed with the image of a wave, probably representing water. It's stuck. I don't think it's supposed to move. Water. One-eyed pyramid. Fish. Water. Fish. One-eyed pyramid. Fish. harpoon.
Я туплю. Вася, ты тут случаем, нет? Я не знаю. Может, я что-то упускаю? Ой, капец, короче. Куда нужно знать, что делать? Я думаю. А их можно менять? Это какой-то желтый, что ли? А, они все разноцветные. То есть одной, ладно, там 4 символа. Понятное дело, что их надо оставить так, чтобы символы были схожи с тем, что на каменном. Но надо потом еще крутить эти штуки. Странно, что-то вообще очень странно. Непонятно. Ничего не происходит. как это делать-то все? Я что-то сделала правильно?
The crystals on the altar light up the entire cave. It looks like some kind of visual history of the Maram people. According to this first tablet, oh my god, it turns out the Maram came to Earth inside a type of spaceship from another planet. They're aliens? Not that anything should surprise me at this point, but still.
Охренеть.
They look very different back then, though. It must have been a long time ago. Their ship looks to have been a living thing, according to these drawings. Wait a minute. Could this be their ancient god? One of the dragons? I think it has to be. After they arrived on Earth, their species divided in two. One crawled into the sea, the other onto land. What does that mean? This must be a while later, because the Maram look like they do today. At least the ones who went into the sea do. The other ones? They have wings. If I'm going to guess, I'd say that the ones who went to live on land became the Elation, which means the Maram and Elation are related. In this one, they're living close to each other and in peace. And it seems they share equally in the production of Tanyan, which attracts fish for both peoples to eat. Then something happens. War, it looks like, and the Maram and Elation move away from each other. In this last one, Tanyan is beginning to become scarce, and the Maram are losing many of their young ones to the Snapjaw. They fear the Elation, and they forget their common heritage. At the very end, there's a prophecy, I think. The Maram and the Elation joining hands once again. When they do, Tanyan becomes plentiful and both people prosper. It's a circular indentation framed with the image of two dragons biting each other's tails, almost exactly like the markings on my talisman.
Талисмана-то нет. Гениально.
It's an indentation roughly the size of my talisman, framed with the familiar symbolism of the balance. These tablets tell the story of how the Meram and Elation were once one people. They came to Earth inside an ancient dragon and lived in harmony, producing and sharing Tenyen. Then war broke out, and the two peoples turned on each other, which caused a shortage of Tenyen and the death of many Meram. There's a prophecy at the end. One day, it seems, the Elation and Meram will reconcile and prosper. These tablets tell the story of then war. One day, it's an indentation roughly the size of my talisman, framed with the familiar symbolism of the balance.
У меня типа должен был быть талисман, да? Талисман-то в жопе мира.
Can we talk for a minute?
Yes, Cap.
Why was the cave with the altar and the wall painting just outside the city abandoned?
What? Show us this cave.
Гениально.
I lit the cave by placing the crystal from your palace together with 3 more crystals I found on the altar and moving the stone rings into their correct positions.
Can it be that you are... But you are a gatherer. You cannot be she.
Who can't I be?
The water stiller. She who, by prophecy, will deliver us from strife and unite us as one people. She who will uncover the ancient shrine.
Looks pretty ancient to me.
This is the shrine, yes. And you have brought light to the darkness as well. But the other prophecies, you have not fulfilled them. You have not proven yourself to be the water stiller yet.
How can I do that?
Come back with us, and we will tell you.
How can I prove that I'm the water...
You have uncovered the ancient shrine and brought light to the darkness. But this could be just chance. You must show us the witness you carry of your mission to the balance.
The talisman! Damn, I lost it when the storm hit us.
You must also kill a snapjaw with a spear. And then you will
Гениально.
have proven yourself to us. Once you have done this, we will aid you in your quest to make us one people.
Who is the water stiller? Where do I begin?
Take this spear and
Where do I find this?
if you are...
Гениально. Всего-то убить это этим вот посохом. Да-да. Гениально.
I don't think I'm gonna... The snapjaws keeping to the shadows.
Графика гениальна. Ой, я в карман положу его, да?
I'll need something to bring back to prove that I killed the snapjaw. This tooth will do just fine. Oh man, that's sharp. I had no idea a snapjaw had razor teeth. If I did, better not think about that now.
Гениально.
It's dead.
О, талисман, круто. А, то есть сокровища нет, да, ну ладно. Плывем, плывем.
Here's a tooth from the dreaded snapjaw that guarded the shipwreck. Proof of my...
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill...
Can we talk for a minute?
Yes, Cap.
Thanks for...
My time.
А, талисман, талисман. Ого.
I'm wet. It's a small niche containing what appears... It's a piece of the stone disc. No, wait. It's only one half of a piece. It looks like it's been divided in two. Strange.
Ого. У кого интересна другая часть?
I've taken from you the object you've kept hidden for generations. It's part of the disc that will restore the balance and save the twin worlds from chaos.
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill...
Гениально. Что, еще надо что делать?
It's the precious... Here's proof of my mission. A magical talisman with the sign of the balance. It means that I'm the 13th guardian of the balance.
You have indeed fulfilled all but one of the prophecies. You might yet be the water stiller. We would not have thought she would come in our lifetime.
Good. Then you'll take me to your sleeping god.
There is but one more prophecy you must fulfill.
There's more? Sure, there's always more. That's the fun part about prophecies.
You must unite our people once again.
But you said you were united, that there's no strife between Miram.
The Water Stiller will come to bring our people together again, to unite us and save us. This has still not come to pass. Until you do so, the prophecies of the Water Stiller have not fully come to pass.
Гениально.
I think I know now what the prophecies mean when they say your people will be reunited. The Miram are at peace with each other, yes? But you're not at peace with the Elation, the Wind Demons.
They are our enemies.
Right now they might be, but it wasn't always like that. Not according to the carvings in the Temple Cave.
What do you mean?
Once upon a time, long ago, the Miram and the Elation were one people.
What? This is heresy.
I'm just telling you what I saw in your temple. This was a very long time ago, and the one species soon divided in two. One sought refuge in the sea, the other on the winds. But both the Miram and the Elation were dependent on the other for various reasons, amongst them Tenyen, which was abundant where the two people lived in close proximity to each other. Apparently, there was peace between your two people for a very long time, but then something happened, something that caused a war to break out. Both the Elation and the Miram moved far away from each other, and ever since then, your people have had a tough time finding Tenyen. I think the only way to save the Miram from a slow death, and the Elation as well probably, is to reconcile you with your, common ancestry.
How can we believe you, Water Stiller? Your words are too outrageous, and the consequences, were you to be speaking the truth, are grave.
If you don't believe me, check out the temple walls. The whole story has been recorded there, probably when you first came to this place.
But what will our people say? What will they think when we tell them they are brothers and sisters to the winged demons?
You're their queen, and so you'll have to make them understand and accept their heritage. As must the Elation, I expect, and I don't think it will be any easier for them to come to terms with their history.
You must go to them, then, to find if our temple speaks the truth, and if they are willing to speak with us like civilized people.
I guess I must, Water Stiller or not. If you don't reunite with them, you will die. Eventually.
We will bring you to the shores of their closest island, and we will await word from you on their answer.
Does this mean you believe me?
You are the Water Stiller. You are prophecy. We will follow your directions and fulfill our destiny. One of our people will bring you to Aleus, a night's journey from here. Once there, you will find the Elation and speak with their leaders. If they agree to meet, then we will do so in a place of your choosing.
I promise I'll do my best. Goodbye.
Safe journey, Water Stiller. We will hold on to the piece of the disc you found in the temple. If the winged demons, the Elation, agree to
Гениально.
meet us, we will bring the stone.
То есть у них кусок, и у них кусок, потому что они были сломлены. Ё-моё. О, сейчас птица прилетит стопудово.
Debris from another capsized ship.
Ну, хоть что-то я увидела, взяла.
emerald green and clear as the morning sky. That's perfect holiday water.
Летит пиздюк. Упс.
April! You're alive! You're here! You're soaking wet! Where did you go? I thought you drowned. I was completely miserable. And the chicks on this island are so prissy. They don't even care for a kiss unless you're all settled down with a nest in your own territory.
Glad to see you haven't lost the gift of the gab, Crow.
Lady, you have no idea how limited bird Twitter can be. It's all, hi this and here I am that, all damn day long. I haven't had a decent conversation in days.
Well, you're making up for it now.
I never know when you're gonna go AWOL on me again.
I had a little adventure under the sea.
Oh? I didn't know humans had gills.
We don't. Well, I do. I think. At least I can breathe underwater now.
Cool. Not as cool as being able to fly, of course, but still. Hey, does that mean you're a mermaid?
Русалка, да.
Hardly. I don't have a tail.
Лягушка она, не русалка, блин.
What did you do after I saw you last?
Well, it took a while, but I found land. Not this island, just a rock with a couple of trees, basically. But when I went back to tell you, you disappeared. I thought you'd gone bonkers from thirst and hunger and drowned yourself or something, so I decided I'd better find solid ground myself or I'd suffer the same fate. And then I found this place. Nice, isn't it? And the best part is, there are no hunters. Only a bunch of big crabs on the east side of the island and a volcano.
I'm gonna walk around for a bit, Crow.
I'll just stay here and preen myself, thank you very much.
I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea what the island looks like or where I'm heading. I could get lost if... I could get... It's some kind of giant crab.
Хера себе,
Sounds
краб,
like the
что
poor
не
thing's in a
похож на
lot of
краба.
pain. Yeah, the shell does look way too tight. Maybe he's outgrown it, but can't shed it. Or whatever it's called. I'll just take a shot here and ask you. Is there any chance you speak, like, a real language? Like, Arcadian or English? Okay. Now, is there some kind of magic I have to learn, or potion I have to drink, or eat, or ingest in some way to learn your language? Because that's usually how it goes. No? Too bad, although I'm glad I don't have to draw blood or swallow a stone or something. Can't help but feel that you're asking me for help, though. It's the strangest thing. After all, you're just clicking your claws, aren't you? It's not as if you're really talking, is it?
Так.
I can't break the shell. It's... Clear, unpolluted waters, overflowing with life. Just one more reason why Arcadia is both the vacationers' and environmental activists' wet dream. Literally. It's the village of the giant crabs. Hey, that sounds... This is paradise. This is...
Смотрим, как я помогу крабу. Короче, не похож на краба.
It's an old fireplace. The bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears listening to something. The top half of the statue depicts a creature. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's a creature with large ears. It's a triangular hole, like it's a creature with a big mouth. It's a creature with large ears. I can see clear to the bottom. This really is it's an old fireplace. The top half of the statue depicts the bottom part of the statue depicts a creature. The bottom part of the statue. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's Constable Guybrush, my toy ape. I can't break the shell. It's too. I could get. It's teeming with. I could get lost. I get the strangest feeling that.
Блин, вот дилемма.
It's a village populated by giant crabs. Shipwreck debris, shipwreck debris. I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle.
Офигеть тут.
It's a triangular hole. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's the ruins of an old city. It's a deep hole, more like a crevice actually, caused by some kind of seismic activity. God, it must be at least 50 meters down. The crevice widens out into a huge cave just below, and there's water at the bottom.
Ого.
It's a tiny tree. It's the ruins of an old city. It's the ruins of an old city.
Гениально.
Big nests, once housing the elation, but now empty and in disrepair. Elation nests. Elation nests. It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice. There's a piece amongst the rubble that looks like a bolt or a key. It's intact.
Гениально. О, нашли ключ. Забубенчик.
It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell. That's a Marum city. It's a deserted Marum city. It's a deserted Marum city. It's the remains of a
Ой, как же надо долго делать. Почему? А, нет, не долго. Я ничего не говорила.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's a kind of stone key carved into the uncanny likeness of a key, with the head on the end.
А картинки нигде нет, да, чтобы понять вообще, что, куда, чего, как. Типа, как? Как это понять вообще? Методом тыка, что ли?
It's a creature with large ears. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's a creature with a big mouth.
Что-то здесь не так.
I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea. What can you tell me about the island, Crow?
Only what I've been able to see from above. There's a volcano, dead I think, and lots of jungle, and some nice beaches.
I'd like to explore the jungle, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. Any ideas?
Well, I could stay airborne and keep track of where you are. That way I could direct you if... Sorry, when you get lost.
Sounds like a super plan, Crow.
Let's go.
Гениально, у нас только вулкан. Вулкан. Ага, спящий.
The rumbling is much fiercer here, and the ground is really shaking. It's definitely seismic. It has got to be emanating from this volcanic mountain. I mean, it looks dead, but it must be about to wake up or erupt or something. Great! After surviving a shipwreck, being kidnapped by fishes, and learning to breathe in water, I'm about to die in a volcanic eruption? Isn't that ironic? It's a small, eye-sized aperture with a crystal in it, like a lens. Maybe some kind of telescope? I don't see anything interesting. What a strange symbol. It's a keyhole. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting.
Всё, я поняла, вот и подсказка как бы.
It's a statue just below a really tall tree. I don't see anything interesting. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait, that's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea. That's one mother of a tree. That's a huge tree. There's a large object in the tree crown. That's a dried twigs and sticks. Dried twigs and sticks. Dried twigs and sticks. Dried twig. Dried twig.
Ow!
Shh. Who's there?
Офигеть.
Shut up.
I know there's somebody there. I heard you.
Is she gone?
Nope. She's still around.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
If you won't come out, I'll just sit down here and wait. Sooner or later, you'll have to show yourself.
Ору. То есть так она не видела.
Solar eclipse!
Oh my God!
Ah!
I hate this place. I so hate it, I can't even sit down without crushing the natives.
Big person alert!
What are you?
What does it look like?
A talking twig?
We're stickmen. And you're an accident waiting to happen with your large, ungainly body and wobbly legs.
What's a stick man?
An unlucky bugger doomed to a miserable life of stiff backs and monotonous drudgery in the shadow of a mother tree.
Happy little fella, ain't ya?
You have no idea.
So, you guys are stickmen?
That's right. I'm Wick. This is Willow. And that dumb-looking one over there is Woody. And this is our mother tree.
What's a mother tree?
What do you mean, what's a mother tree? It's a mother tree. How difficult can it be? It's our mother, and it's a tree. It's a mother tree.
Where do the Elation live?
The Elation? The guys with wings? Up in the volcano. There's an old city in there. I think they're squatting.
Ого.
How do I get into the volcano?
You don't? The road collapsed a few centuries ago, and when traders come, the Elation fly down to meet them. Nobody goes up there anymore.
What's that constant rumbling noise?
Lady, you have no idea what we have to endure. All day, all night, that noise is just murder. It all started when Quaman, the quiet giant, would you believe that's what we used to call him, was banished by the Orowal from his perfect fishing place to some remote place in the forest.
Whoa, information overload. Let's step back for a minute to fill in the details. Who's Quaman, the quiet giant?
He's the scariest human we've ever seen. He stands tall as a mountain and uses whole trees for toothpicks. But he was the quiet type and reasonably gentle for a human. He'd spend his days out by the Orowal village, catching fish and frying fish and eating fish, and looking out across the ocean, dreaming about loose women or whatnot.
What happened to get the...
The Orowal got scared when he accidentally stepped on one of their young ones. He didn't do any real harm, but they banished him from their village nonetheless, and told him to go far into the forest.
Who are the Orlowal?
They're the crab-like creatures who live down by the sea. They're nice people, if a little crabby, and it's hard to understand what they're saying half the time.
Where's Quaman now?
Somewhere in the forest east of here, we don't know where exactly. He went there to get as far away from the Orowal as possible.
So what does all this have to do with the rumbling noise?
Oh, I was getting to that. If you just let me get a word in edgewise.
I just had some questions is all.
Anyway, Quaman is the brooding type. And he takes everything so to heart, he got instantly depressed and went to sleep.
And what is he doing now?
Still sleeping. That's the problem.
But how long ago was it that the Orlowal banished him?
The last full moon, nearly 30 sunsets passed.
He's been sleeping for a month?
He was depressed. What do you want, lady? Once I got so miserable I slept for 8 years. And let me tell you, those 8 years were the happiest of my life.
Спать 8 лет, зашибись.
I still don't
See that statue over there?
Sure. What?
Back when the Dalmari lived on this island ages ago, they put these statues up all around the island so that they could speak with each other.
You're kidding. So they're like telephones?
Tell her what? I don't know what that is. The thing is, these statues are all connected through magic. And when you speak into one, your voice flies through the air and comes out of another statue.
Прикольно.
But I still don't understand.
You saw the big head up by the mountain?
Yes?
That's the one they use to talk to everyone on the island, to warn people of storms or to hold evening prayer. It's connected to the statues as well. And Quaman is sleeping right next to a statue's ear.
I get it. Resonance. He's snoring and the deep bass reverberating through the loudspeaker, the big head, causes a resonance that vibrates the entire island.
Гениально.
But can't you just wake him up?
We don't know where he is. We're not much for exploring this forest. There's water and fire and monkeys. Monkeys like to play with sticks. We don't like monkeys.
But can't you just, well, send your voice to his statue to wake him up?
There are 4 problems with that. Number 1, all the statues have an assigned symbol, an identifying mark, but we don't know which his is. Second, most of the statues are broken in some way or another.
What do you mean?
Some statues can only talk to certain other statues. Some can't be spoken to, and some can't hear. which makes it very difficult to get a connection through to where you want to send your voice. Number 3, in order to use the statues, you need a key. We don't have it. We don't know where it is.
А я
And
знаю
number
где.
4?
We're stickmen, lady. What do you think? We don't know much about magic or magical devices. And
what?
we're not too smart, okay? There, I said it. We're not too smart. And when you look at Woody over there, who's pretty stupid by stickman standards, that's a pretty scary thought.
Стикманы.
Sorry, I
Тупые, нормально просто.
It's a creature with large ears. Hello? Doesn't seem like it's working.
Прикольная штука. Сейчас это сделаем и будем спать. В смысле спать, короче.
It's a creature with large ears. The top half of the statue depicts a big-mouthed creature calling out. The bottom half of the statue depicts a large...
Надо еще крабику помочь как-то.
The bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large... It's the Orlewall village.
Вроде должно сработать.
Hello? Doesn't seem like it's working.
Так, значит, что-то профукано. Что профукано? Надо проверить. Я ору, конечно, с того, как она залезает в этот рот.
I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Ну да, я перепутала. надо было фоткать. Но нет.
It's enough.
Надо как-то крабу еще помочь, а так они figured it out, говорится. Бедный краб. Стоп, а что, этого символа здесь нету? И как быть?
Bottom part of the statue. It's the Orlewall village.
Хрень какая-то.
It's the Orlewall.
Все, ребят, на этом мы закончим стримчанский и продолжим сегодня вечерком. Я пока сохранюсь, останусь тут. Увидимся вечерком.